Welcome to the Grimdark Chronicles. Something of mystery, an information repository, and a place of history and bygone times. With the archival world of Calliope lost to heretical treachery, now only a few data repositories remain. Early childhood and education. The upbringing of a child in the Warhammer 40,000 universe is determined by their environment and class. On hive worlds, where billions live stacked in towering cities, children grow up in cramped, polluted conditions, often under the watchful eyes of enforcers or preachers. Their education, if available, is focused primarily on survival skills and obedience to the Imperial Creed. The teaching center on the Emperor's divine protection, the dangers of heresy, and basic functional knowledge like reading, writing, and arithmetic. These lessons often occur in local skolums, rudimentary schools overseen by ecclesiastical authorities. Attendance is mandatory for those fortunate enough to have access, but the quality of education can be highly variable. In contrast, children on Forge worlds, under the supervision of the Adeptus Mechanicus, are exposed to highly technical teachings from an early age. These teachings include principles of machinery, sacred rituals, and the reverence of the Omnissiah. On feudal or feral worlds, formal education is rare, with knowledge passed down orally or through apprenticeship. On agri-worlds, children are expected to work alongside their families from an early age, learning the skills needed to contribute to planetary production. For orphans of imperial servants, the Schola Progenium offers a stricter and more uniform upbringing. Progena are groomed for service to the Emperor, subjected to intense discipline, physical training, and moral indoctrination. Those who excel may become leaders or warriors, while others are channeled into bureaucratic or military roles. Transition to adulthood and employment. By their mid-teens, most individuals are expected to assume adult responsibilities, entering the workforce, military service, or specialized training. On hive worlds, this might mean joining vast industrial labor forces, operating machines, or assembling weapons in relentless shifts. Such jobs are grueling and often dangerous, with accidents and workplace fatalities considered part of daily life. For youths with family connections or notable skills, apprenticeships offer a route into skilled trades or guilds. These paths provide slightly better living conditions, but come with strict obligations to mentors or guild leaders. On Forge worlds, apprenticeships with the Adeptus Mechanicus might lead to roles as engineers or servitors overseers, though this path requires unwavering obedience and reverence for machine spirits. For many, the transition to adulthood involves conscription into the Astra Militarum, planetary defense forces, or labor servitude. Hive and mining worlds frequently draft entire populations to meet imperial tithes, conscripting citizens into decades-long contracts. For those raised in the Schola Progenium, this is the stage where their true roles are determined. Some become commissars. Others join elite forces like the Tempestus Scions. Advanced education and universities, opportunities for higher education, are rare and reserved for the privileged or exceptionally talented. Universities aligned with the Adeptus Mechanicus specialize in sacred technology, while administrative academies prepare students for roles within the Adeptus Administratum. These institutions are not open to the general populace. Instead, they are accessible only to those selected for their skills, connections, or sheer luck. Advanced education may also be provided by the ecclesiarchy or specific imperial organizations. For example, the Navigator houses trained members to guide starships through the warp, while Psychers undergo rigorous life-threatening instruction within the Scholastica Psychana. Success in these roles demands not just intellectual ability, but unflinching devotion to the Emperor and survival of the harsh trials imposed by these organizations. Employment spectrum. The range of jobs available in the Imperium reflects its vast and often oppressive structure. Desirable positions, though scarce, include roles within the Adeptus Terra or Adeptus Mechanicus. Administrative clerks, scribes, or low-level bureaucrats enjoy relative stability and access to limited privileges, though these jobs are monotonous and come with little personal freedom. Skilled artisans, engineers, and tech priests also hold positions of value, particularly on forge worlds where technological expertise is revered. In contrast, undesirable jobs dominate the lives of most citizens. Menial laborers toil in factories, mines, or fields, performing dangerous tasks with minimal safety measures. On hive worlds, sanitation workers and corpse grinders, those who process the dead into sustenance, endure grueling, dehumanizing work. Conscripts in the Astra Militarum face overwhelming odds and horrifying conditions, often serving as cannon fodder in wars against alien threats, chaos, or other forces of the galaxy. Social mobility and challenges. Social mobility in the Imperium is exceptionally limited. Most individuals live and die within the social class into which they were born, with rigid hierarchies ensuring minimal upward movement. A worker born to a family of laborers on a hive world, for example, is unlikely to rise above that station. Even those who demonstrate exceptional talent or intelligence face immense systemic barriers, including societal prejudice and the all-encompassing bureaucracy of the Adeptus Administratum. That said, there are rare exceptions. A particularly skilled individual might attract the attention of a patron or mentor, opening doors to specialized training or higher status. However, this is often accompanied by intense scrutiny, as any deviation from loyalty or doctrine can result in swift punishment. On some worlds, loyalty to the planetary governor or ecclesiarchy might grant minor promotions, but these typically involve increased responsibility with little material gain. For those in prestigious institutions like the Schola Progenium or Adeptus Mechanicus academies, upward mobility is more feasible. Graduates of these programs often occupy positions of authority, though they remain firmly entrenched within the Imperium's unyielding hierarchy. However, the price of advancement is high. Those who rise to positions of power are often under constant threat of political intrigue, assassination, or accusations of heresy. Conclusion: life within the Imperium of Man is harsh, restrictive, and dictated by service to the Emperor. From childhood indoctrination to grueling labor or military service, every facet of existence is designed to sustain the Imperium's vast, oppressive machinery. While a lucky few might rise through exceptional talent or connections, the vast majority of humanity endures a grim and unyielding existence, with aspirations of personal growth or fulfillment subordinated to the Imperium's survival in a hostile galaxy. In this universe of ceaseless struggle, even the rare opportunities for advancement come at a heavy price, often requiring absolute loyalty, unwavering faith, and immense personal sacrifice.